top of your teams in news, stats, and wins. This is SIBN Sports.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Clara V, in the house. We're back from vacation.
Finally!
For the big day in sports. Yeah, we wasn't here last week and everything, and your boy Matthew Bugs held everything down for us while we was taking our little vacation in Florida.
They better have been listening.
Run around on the beach. Had a good time, though. You got to take a break in life. You got to enjoy life, and you got to have some fun every now and then. So we're just thankful that the show must go on.
That's why we're here.
And that we can take a break and do what we got to do, and the show still goes on.
And they hold it down for me, so I hold it down for them. That's how.
Oh, we held it down for you for a long time, Matthew.
I know.
Okay.
But Uncle Sam says you have to.
I know, right? Uncle Sam is a trip. So listen, y'all, we got a lot of good news to report, and we got some bad news to report. A lot going on this week. We want to send a shout out to the family of Pat Summerall. He passed away on this last week. As you know, Pat Summerall was an announcer, sports announcer for CBS for many, many years. He stood alongside John Madden for years.
He did 16 Super Bowls.
Yes, he did. Did a Super Bowl 2002. Was the last one he did with John Madden. So we want to send a shout out to his family. And, much love to them at this time of bereavement, because that is truly a loss for the sports world.
Jim Nantz said that was his hero. And, I mean, it's always good to hear when other broadcasters talk about each other that this guy means a lot to you. That's obviously a lot of respect. That's a very big sign of respect.
And you know what? Because as an announcer, they really, really get into these guys' lives. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on with them. They have an understanding of what these guys go through. Their understanding of what these guys are going through. It's like they become a part of their lives, Mm-hmm. And so when you lose an announcer that has done it for so long, the voice, to hear his voice and to hear him talk, it's going to be truly a big loss for the sports world right now. So we definitely want to send out a shout of love to the Summerall family.
Voice of football right there.
Another very sad story. I really hate reporting this one. You all have heard about the Boston Marathon tragedy and what happened in Boston. And, just to think, these guys are all excited. These people plan and train for months for a marathon. 26 and a half, right?
Correct.
When you prepare for a marathon, you train like a lot. Because, you can't just get out there and run a marathon without training and being prepared in your body, your muscles, and all of that stuff. Because what happens is, you can cause serious injury to yourself. And to think that the bomb went off at the finish line.
Right there as people are coming across.
At the finish line. At the finish line, there's going to be a lot of people gathered, first of all, because everybody wants to see the person that they're supporting come over the line. Everybody wants to be a part of that. You had two brothers standing next to each other. One had his girlfriend with him. They both lost their right leg below the knee. The girlfriend was badly burned, and then the 10-year-old that was killed was actually standing right in front of the brothers. So they all took this blast, and it's a blessing that the brothers' lives were spared at this time because they were right there. And the little kid was actually the first one, and he took the brunt of the explosion. And 10 years old, life just started. Beautiful young man. They showed a picture of his face. Looks like he's a little character. He was a character. He had a lot of liveliness in his life and everything. So just reading up on the story and seeing some of the bravery, and thanks and shout out to all of the firefighters and all the first responders and all of those that got there so quickly to assist and to aid all of those that were injured. Such a sad day
You can't go
for
anywhere.
sports, man.
You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything without fearing for your life at times.
And you know, people are just, you know, people have decided after what happened in 9/11 with the Twin Towers coming down and all of that, you know, people is just trying to live their lives. Don't want to be worried all the time about something happening and about, you know, the danger of it and all that, because there's going to be danger anyway in anything that we do. But, you know, you're standing here, the kid was eating ice cream. He was having a great time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, just to think about it. It's such a horrible story. I hate talking about it, but it definitely is something we want to send out our love to Boston, to all of the people in Boston, to all of those families that lost loved ones. There are 3 loved ones that were lost. You had hundreds injured. To all of those people, we send shout outs. We send love. They're going to be doing fundraisers and things like that to gather money to help some of these people. Both brothers had just lost their jobs. So there's no medical coverage. There's nothing. You know, people don't understand how quickly your life can change. How quickly your life can change. So we wanted to spend time talking about that. We wanted to send out our condolences. We wanted to send out a shot of love. But then on the good side of that, right?
The crowd.
The Boston hockey game.
Roger.
Did you see it?
How
They actually showed.
Crowd started singing.
Oh my God. He was singing, right? He started singing, and then all of a sudden it was like quiet in the room. He couldn't sing anymore because the crowd came up above him. That's how loud they were. The crowd came up above him, and you know what he did? He started directing them.
I wonder if it was planned or if they just felt it in their hearts to sing.
I don't think it was planned at all.
I've never seen anything like that.
It was not planned. It was not planned. I think the people decided, we're going to make it through this. We're going to sing our way through this. I mean, there's joy at the end of this tunnel. And man, just to hear them singing like that, oh my God, I was almost in tears. It was united in that dome. Let me tell you, it was united up in there. And it was loud enough that you could hear them saying the words. You know what I'm saying? That was amazing to me. It was amazing. So, you know, the resilience in the middle of all of the chaos. It's good to see the resilience. I even saw a story where Doc Rivers was actually on his way there. He said he had just passed through the tunnel on his way to cheer on some of the runners. And as he passed through the tunnel, he heard the blast. Can you imagine that? That is some amazing stuff, man. But the resilience of these guys to move on in the face of adversity, it's going to be a lot of healing that's going to have to take place and a lot of moving forward. So we're hoping and praying that all the families are able to recoup and get back on their feet from that. And so we'll be keeping our eyes on that great story. All righty.
Well, it'll be really interesting to see as the NBA playoffs come up. You know,
right?
The rivalry between New York and Boston.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be
a little scary. Right, and they're thinking that, you know, now, you know, because here in Atlanta, they did beef up security for MARTA, so they were very concerned about anything else happening. And then I don't know if you guys know about the explosion that happened in Texas on yesterday. Several were killed in that explosion. It rocked the whole town, blowing out windows everywhere. So there's a lot of craziness going on out there, and we're just going to continue to pray for those in Boston and all that they're going to have to go through and everything.
And between two cities that have been hurt so much,
right?
And, you know, in the past year, you know, the atmosphere is going to be live. It's going to be electric for the team.
It is.
It's going to be something for everybody to get their mind off of everything.
Exactly, because the thing is that everybody's moving forward and looking for something great. And so now Boston, the Boston Celtics will definitely have the weight on their shoulders at this point to bring some joy back to the city of Boston. So it's going to be very interesting, right?
Roger that.
Hey, check this out. I had a great story that I read. You know, I get excited when I read these stories about young men who are coming up in the sports world, who want to play sports. Because, you know, there's so many young men out there who have their idols, Kobe Bryant, and they have, D. Wade, and they have, you know, the Magic Johnsons and the Michael Jordans, and they have people that they look up to. This young man, DeAndre Hopkins, played football for Clemson last year, and he's played for the last few years at Clemson. He is expected to go first round draft.
You know, that's something.
But when you look at his past and all the stuff that he's been through in the last 10 years, as a young man. He's 21 years old. His mother, his father was 25 years old when he passed away. His father was dealing in drugs. And his mother and father were driving in a car. It was wet outside. He lost control of the vehicle and slammed into a tree, and he was killed. The mother survived the accident. She survived the accident to years later have some acid thrown on her from a girl, from her boyfriend. Somebody was cheating or whatever, the craziness. And the girl fixed up this concoction for her and threw it on her. And as the skin melted off of her body for her to go, and she had to have several surgeries with skin grafts and everything. That's his mother. Had a cousin to kill himself. Had another cousin to try to commit suicide because he had some bad luck with football. Just a lot of stuff happened to this kid. But the resilience of a young man that comes through all of that and continues to push towards his future. Even the cousin that tried to commit suicide actually was a mentor. It was very important in this young man's life. And he was very upset about it because he felt like his cousin only thought of himself, that he was selfish. Well, the cousin was also playing football, and he was sidelined when a new coach came on the scene, and he was upset about it. So he thought the answer was to take his life. And unfortunately, he did not die, but he lost eyesight. So even though he's excited for DeAndre at this point, he will not get a chance to see him play. He will hear about it because he can't see. The mother lost one of her eyes also, so she'll barely be able to see him play. You know what I'm saying? This is some crazy stuff that this young man. Then last year, he actually ended up in an accident himself. Was on his way to, they were on their way to the bowl game, and he was running late. He was in his car driving, trying to get there, and lost control of his vehicle and slammed into a tree. The coaches on the bus were driving. One of the coaches on the bus was driving and saw the car and recognized the car. And they immediately turned the bus around and went back and saw that it was him. And the first thing they heard was, he's conscious. So he made it through. And now he is going to be selected into the first round of the draft. He actually had 82 catches for 1,405 yards and 18 touchdowns for Clemson. The kid is amazing.
Doing a lot.
I can't wait to watch Mr. Hopkins. I want to see who picks him. I'm going to be watching his career because that's a good story, don't you think?
It is amazing.
I mean, it's something to see how strong people are. The resilience of people.
Admancy.
Huh?
Admancy.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm really excited about, the things that are going on. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back at you because we got some other great stories we're going to talk about. And one of them is the Braves.
Doing it hot right now.
We got to talk about the Braves.
Heck yeah.
Okay. The other story is the Masters. We going in on the Masters. I know you holding your head. You gotta be kidding me.
No. It's sports. That's what we do.
We're going to talk about it. So when we come back, guys, we're going to bring you in on this story about, and we got to talk about the WNBA, bro.
Oh, the draft?
Yeah.
Looks like Brittany Griner will not be coming to the NBA.
Okay, but that's all right. Let's talk about that when we come back, okay? We're going to take a quick break. Thank y'all for joining us today. We're so excited to have you. Check us out on SIBN Radio by SelectUSATV.com. And you can also find us on Facebook at SIBN Sports.fan page. We'll be right back at you in a moment.
You're listening to SIBN Radio. We'll be right back in a moment. Now is the time to have your business online with the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. That's right, SIBN or Select USA TV will produce your video on the spot. Picture business videos, on location streaming videos, or on location production videos. Dial 678-830-3118 or call the office at 404-910-5019 Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now is the time to have your business online with SIBN. The Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network now offers picture videos, on-location streaming videos, and on-location production videos for your event cause, brand, or mission. Call today, 678-830-3118 or 404-910-5019.
Right, but a talking gecko, why?
I'll tell you why. Because people trust advertising icons. Some bloke tells you to go to geico.com and you're like, really? Just do like you be. But a gecko, he can be trusted. I ask if you want to save hundreds on car insurance, and you're like, yes, thank you. Mind babysitting my kids. And I'm like, of course I'll sit with the kids. You're like a brother to me.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's 2:30 in the morning, and your mom just woke me up because she had her very first craving, and so we came to Burger King so she could get a Whopper.
So good.
Look at
Burger King is celebrating 55 years of Whopper sandwich and inviting you to share your best Whopper moments.
Thanks for waking me up.
Thanks for buying me a Burger King.
I was once used for small jobs.
And I took on all the bigger, tougher ones, but with Mr. Clean's new Select-A-Size Magic Eraser, he can take on any size job.
At least we don't go near Rex's mobile home as often.
What are you, scared?
New Mr. Clean Select-A-Size Magic Eraser.
The call to serve. It has no sound, yet I have heard it in the whispered retelling of honorable sacrifices made by those who have served before me. The call to serve has no form, yet I have clearly seen it in the eyes of men and women infinitely more courageous and more driven than most. The call to serve has no weight, yet I have held it in my hands. I will commit to carry it close to my heart until my country is safe and the anguish of those less fortunate has been soothed. The call to serve is at once invisible and always present. And for those who choose to answer the call, for their country, for their fellow man, for themselves, it is the most powerful force on earth. America's Navy, a global force for good. You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
Back right here, folks. SIBN Sports, keeping you on top of your teams and news, stats, and wins. Matthew Buggs back in the studio.
And your girl, Clara V. Yeah, we here. What's up?
What's good?
What's good? Let me tell you.
What?
I'm going to tell you something about the WNBA right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell you the WNBA will never, ever be the same again.
What makes you say that?
I'm telling you, this Griner, I'm telling you.
Telling me what?
She's going to change the dynamics of the WNBA.
Because she's probably one of the best centers to be drafted?
Ever.
Well, it's too bad nothing worked out with her to come to the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, I mean, he was talking junk. You know how he is. He talks all that junk. He got the money to back it up, but still.
I mean, well, hey, remember that now the Mavericks are in the offseason because they've been eliminated from playoff contention, so
yeah,
there's time. You never know what could happen.
Hey, but I mean,
I would like to see the first girl.
All I know is if Mark Cuban is saying he'll put his money on her, I mean, it wouldn't hurt for her to try.
Yeah.
Go for trying for the team, you know. But she was selected in the first round, as we know. She's the first pick, picked up by Mercury. Phoenix Mercury.
The Phoenix Mercury?
Yeah.
Correctamundo?
Yeah. Phoenix Mercury picked her up, and she is, boy, she's tall. That's all I can tell you. She was destined to be who she is.
Hey, we'll see what happens next. Hopefully, if she stays healthy, everything will work out for her in the NBA. We don't need another Greg Oden.
Who?
No offense, Greg.
Oh.
You know, Ohio State.
Oh.
First round pick.
Yeah.
Had knee and feet problems. Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
I know if you know.
But see, that's the thing. You don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's like when that happens to somebody, you there's nothing to get excited about. You really hate to see that happen to someone.
Well, it's just like Blake Griffin injured himself his first year in the league in his last preseason game, and it really, it was a big letdown. But hey, the man has come up so far. He's an all-star.
She's been healthy. I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. It'll just be interesting to see what happens with her and how much her presence will change the course of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people get excited about her. Just like people got excited about our guy, none other than the big man, Tiger Woods.
What we get excited about him for?
Because he's Tiger Woods. I mean, come on. Listen, let me tell you something.
Tiger.
I know the hype was there. Everybody was, we want Tiger to win. Tiger's the favorite to win. Tiger. And sometimes it's a lot of pressure on a person, and we know that, right? But I have to give it to Tiger. He played well. He was consistent. He stayed the course. Final round, he lost 2 points for a technicality. He had a ball drop, and they said he dropped the ball too far away from the spot. So it was within too many feet away from where it should have been dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was nobody there to say, hey, you too far away. Where's the caddy? Where's somebody?
Minus 20 more points.
Right? So you lose 2 points. You finish with 5 under. Tied for the 4th place. And the leader wins 9 under. The winner was 9 under. So all I'm saying is it was a tight run.
And how many do I have? 6. And how many do I need to pass? 6. 100. What? You need 600 to pass. Right now, you only have 6.
Right.
SpongeBob SquarePants, folks. Yes, I'm a big little kid. Continue.
You are. Okay, so anyway, we know that the winner of the Masters 2013 was none other than Adam Scott, the first Aussie to win. He actually won after a playoff second round. This was in the second hole against Angel Cabrera. Mm-hmm. And it actually was a long putt, but it was actually pretty nice. Cabrera actually missed his long putt.
Is that so?
And he made his to win the Masters and walk away with his first green jacket, not only for him, but also for the Aussies.
I wonder what they do with those green jackets. They wear them anywhere,
I'm sure they put them in a case somewhere and lock them up.
I would wear mine.
You would wear it all the time?
Say this: if the president invited me to a White House dinner.
Oh, you wearing your green jacket?
Oh yeah.
Matt, you are
serious.
Matt said, "What do they do with the green jacket?" That's actually a pretty good question, though.
Yeah, would you ever wear it anywhere? I mean, I'm pretty sure it has some decoration on it, but it's a green jacket, people. I would wear it.
It's a nice jacket. I'm sure it's not a cheap jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, the golf world is not going to have a cheap jacket. I'm just telling you. There's some good stuff. It's probably a great designer. I'd like to know who the designer is. Now you got me talking crazy.
Wonder if they make vests.
Tiger is still number 1 worked in the world as well as the FedEx Cup standings. He is still ranked number 1, followed by Rory at number 2, and Scott
Rory McIlroy
is now at number 3. Yeah, Rory's
from
still at
Scotland?
number 2. He's still number 2. And the funny part about Rory is that he just hasn't been able to play well lately.
It's not his fault.
But he's still number 2. He's still holding on to that place. Phil Mickelson is actually number 10 right now.
Philip?
Matt Kuchar is number 9. You got Steve Stricker at number 8. I mean, these are big names, dude. Luke Donald is number 6. And Brant Snedeker, who also was in the runnings at the Masters, is number 5 in the world. So, those are the world golf rankings. Y'all know I like golf a lot.
I can tell.
And I like watching it, too. I do.
Some people treat it like a football game, guys. That's how it is. Like,
seriously.
Hey.
There's nothing like a good shot. But I tell you this, did you know that the caddy for Adam Scott was Tiger's old caddy?
Is that so?
Yeah. He's Tiger's old caddy.
Now, how did they get to know each other?
That's a good question. That's part of the reason that Tiger fired him, because when Tiger was going through his stuff, he started tipping out and started caddying for other people.
Bro,
and Tiger found out about it, and he dumped him.
Playing double loyalty there.
Yeah.
You can't show two loyalties to two different.
Well, I mean, he's with the man that won.
Can't show two loyalties to two different houses, folks.
You gotta have one or the other, right?
Or you can't show the same loyalty to two different houses. That's all.
So, good stuff. Now,
it's just like Ray Allen when he went to go play for the Heat, or when he was playing for the Heat.
The news of the week: the Braves, baby.
12-2, people. What you know about that? Atlanta.
Unfortunately,
Atlanta.
They lost their 10-game streak on last against Kansas City. They beat them 1-0 to end their 10-game winning streak.
Hey.
Let me tell you something. For the 10th game, check this out. For the 10th game, they had 3 homers in the 8th inning.
Right.
One from Jason Haywood, one from Justin Upton, and one from Dan Ugler.
Those Upton boys are doing work right now.
They're doing work.
They're doing work right now. Especially BJ.
Good
he had
pickup for the Braves.
6 runs. He had 6 home runs in 7 games. That is amazing.
He's a good hit. He can hit.
Oh, yeah.
He can
now,
hit.
Here's the thing. There is no rule in the book that says the Braves cannot win the National League if they have one loss underneath their belt. That we still got a heck of a season to go, and it looks like they will be joining the Boston Red Sox and being the top team in baseball right now, as the Red Sox are leading the American League, holding it down at 10-4, and the Braves, like we said, are 12-2. The next game is in Pittsburgh tonight at 7:05 p.m. So everybody, y'all make sure y'all check that out. Root for our Braves.
Go
Root for our Braves.
Do you know
on
it
the
was
road.
back in 2000 when they won 15 in a row?
Oh,
I didn't realize
man.
it was that long ago.
Yeah, but it's just like this. To the Heat, just like, even though we're switching sports, streaks don't matter. What we need is a championship, because the Braves have had a lot of inconsistency over the past couple of years, to where, they do really great in the beginning and then do poor, and then try to do great again so that they can make the playoffs. But this is their chance right here. And they're going.
This is their best start since their 13-1 run back in 1994.
1994, folks.
That's a long time ago.
That was the year. See, back in the day.
Back in the day when I was young. Not a kid anymore. Remember that song?
Sounds familiar.
You don't remember? Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm telling my age. No, it was, who was that? Will Smith? Back in the day when I was young. Not a kid anymore. Okay, anyway. We'll have to find that song.
He's just a friend.
You say he's just a friend. That's your song.
Remember we played that like a couple weeks ago? I wish we could flash back right now.
Yeah.
But they'll be up in Pittsburgh.
Party over here.
The Pirates are now 7-7 as they face Atlanta tonight. This is a chance for them.
Yes.
It's a chance for them to, to keep on going.
It's a chance for the Braves to.
Regardless of if that loss in Kansas City, regardless if it was a game that they should have won, they still have a chance to do something big. This is where Julio Teheran will make his debut against Jeff Locke. So he's 1-1, and this is what do I say? This is a chance. The Braves, that the constant pitching rotation that they have. This is a good chance to see what the young man here, Julio, can do.
Holla!
He actually held the Nationals to only 4 runs in their first 2 innings last Friday. That's really, really good.
I mean, we need some help on the mound, so that's going to be good. It's a good thing. I'm excited for the Braves, though. Seriously, like, we're going to be going to Braves games.
We have to.
Yeah, we got to get together a group of people, and we're all going to go. We're going to party. We're going to celebrate with the Braves.
What kind of party are we talking about?
Well, you know what I mean. No, we ain't going to talk about that kind of party on the air.
This my type of party.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the NFL. A couple of great things. We want to talk about our boy, Matt Ryan.
Oh, is that so? Well, guess what? I'm going to go off my stats from... You know what that means?
Yeah, we'll be right back in a moment.
welcome to your technology update. Today we want to talk a moment about how you can access the services of SIBN Television and Radio Network. For many of you, you may not know that we offer graphic designs. As you proceed online, pictures say what you often don't have time and room to say. Allow SIBN Television and Radio Networks to design the graphics, particularly banners, for websites such as Spreaker, Facebook fan pages, and beyond. SIBN Television and Radio Networks also offers audio production. For those of you that need lead-ins, lead-outs, bed music, and beyond. Perhaps you're also looking for consultation on how to start an internet project, such as a radio program, and beyond. Access SIBN Television and Radio Network's expertise in digital programming online. And lastly, keep in mind that SIBN Television and Radio offers video production services for your specialty needs as you continue to further your projects on the web. To take advantage of these services and so much more, contact us via our website, www.sibntelevision.com. Fill out a contact form and someone from the staff will return your call as promptly as possible. Or email us at globalcoverage@selectusatv.info. SIBN Television and Radio is powered by Select USA TV. Google the name Select USA TV, increasing your visibility online.
Are you a spoken word artist?
Now is your time to be featured online. Tier 1 Promotions on the CATL show is looking for spoken word artists to be featured
on regular rotation.
If you are a spoken word artist, now is your time to be promoted on Tier 1 Promotions with the CATL show. For more information, dial 404-910-5019. That's 404-910-5019. Or email us your bio and your links to work online. Global coverage at selectusatv.info. Global coverage at selectusatv.info. Calling all spoken word artists nationwide. Nationwide call for all spoken word artists. Nationwide. A nationwide call for all spoken word artists. This has been your CATL GAS Global Artist Showcase promotion.
All submissions must be wholesome and positive, please. Suitable for SIBN Television and Radio Networks.
There is no greater place where you can improve your life right here and right now than on SIBN Television and Radio Networks. Hi, my name is Marcus Sillett, and this is your technology update. For those of you that would like to join our community, please visit www.sibntelevision.com. And above there in the tabs, you'll see Community. Click on that and you will be there. But you must register with an email, and of course, it's free of charge. Once you register, you can then begin to share in the SIBN Television and Radio family, posting your links, pictures, and so much more. Again, thank you in advance for following us, sharing, and of course, by all means, listening. This has been your technology update. My name is Marcus Sillett, aka The Coach.
Okay, y'all, this your girl Clara V. We're back with you at the Sports Desk. Don't forget to join us on SIBN Sports.fan page on Facebook. Like our page. Tell us what you think. We're going to start doing a better job of posting during the week on different things that are going on in sports and giving you an opportunity to comment so that we can come back at you with possible answers during the week. I said possible answers.
Yeah, if you start asking us some questions. Don't forget, guys, Future Sports _44, that's where I'm at. You can find me Ask me anything. Follow me. Do something. Don't just sit on your lazy butts and worry about what the heck we're doing.
All right, so we want to see y'all there. You know where to find us, okay? So we keep telling you. We're going to keep telling you, okay? We just going to keep on telling you. Check this out, y'all. Big news for Atlanta. You know that Matt Ryan, when he signed as a rookie with Atlanta, the 6 year, $66 million is nothing in contrast to the possible $100 million contract that he is getting ready to sign as his contract is ending at the end of the season. So, Matt Ryan is looking to sign just as Drew Brees, Tony Romo, and Joe Flacco all signed for $100 million.
That boy wants money. But
Matt Ryan said he's not focusing on the money. He's focusing on the team and getting everybody in place and doing what they need to do.
I would have took a pay cut just so I could get...
$66 million is still a lot of freaking money.
Yeah, but what if that can help us bring in free agents?
So now you're going to get $34 million more.
Yeah, but why not just $4 million more? Why can't we focus on money to bring in free agents?
The quarterback. You know, they put all their money in the quarterback, man.
Yeah, true, but come on, people. Are there any unselfish? I mean, I know he's not selfish, but are there any unselfish players out there?
So you think he's selfish for taking the $100 million?
No, I would say.
I know what you're saying. You're saying, okay, here we go. Here we go. I know what you're saying.
The team is offering him a lot of money.
Yeah, so he shouldn't take it.
I mean, maybe half of it. Doesn't everybody? If he says he's focused, if everyone says they're focusing on their team,
but Atlanta is not in trouble with the salary cap. Atlanta actually has room to work with on their money.
Hopefully,
they
because
do.
Then say this.
They do.
Say this.
I think they have a surplus of about $20 million.
You got guys like Julius Peppers. What if he says, "Oh, great, but I want blah 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 blah," even though Julius Peppers is still with Chicago, but still.
But I know you're saying if we get an opportunity and we waste the money. But I don't think Matt Ryan is a waste at all. I think it's smart.
Oh, no, not a waste.
To hook him up. But you're saying not as much money.
Not as much, correct. Because you never know when all that's going to come in handy.
Well,
now, with our draft
when you become one of the top quarterbacks in the league, they have to compete.
Check this out. We have 11 picks in the draft, and all of them better work.
They better work. So what are you expecting Atlanta to go after? They got to do defense because our defense have... See that? We on the same page. We definitly need some defense.
That was funny. I can't wait to hear the replay of that.
I know, right? So we definitely need some. Oh yeah, and then Stafford. They said that he's saying, he's the quarterback for the Lions. And he said he's not really concerned as much about the money right now. He's more concerned with getting the best possible players around him. And I'm going to tell you right now, you could be the best quarterback in the world and not have nobody playing with you. Then it don't matter.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may get the money, but it ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
Correct me,
people want to win. I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, yes, the money is good and everything, but people want to win. So Stafford said, get me some folks around me that can do what it do, and I'll be happy, and we can all move forward and be happy people.
Happy people.
So, you know that Geno Smith is still the top pick as far as quarterback.
Yes.
They're looking at him as number one pick. So that's going to, quarterback right now is important because as you can see all the moves that took place with Alex Smith and everybody, Alex Smith in Kansas City, and I'm sure Alex Smith is probably really happy right now.
Yeah, because he found a place where he can
he's going to be able to do his work, but he was doing already. And so now he's going to be back in a great situation because Andy Reid is going to be building the team there and getting those guys ready. And I think it's going to be something to watch, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. This will be amazing.
Something to prove, man.
Oh, this will be a good season of football because we all know, and I won't jinx it. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you guys. The Falcons will win the Super Bowl, but we've got a pretty exciting season coming up. Spoiler
alert! Right? So you got a lot of great wide receivers they're looking at. In the defense, T. Luke, Kansas City is looking at T. Luke Jackal from Texas A&M. You got Jacksonville Jaguars looking at tackle Eric Fisher from Central Michigan.
That'd be fine.
Oakland Raiders are looking at defensive tackle Sheriff Floyd from Florida. Philadelphia Eagles are looking at defensive lineman Star. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Lutui from Utah.
Oh, what?
So,
Otule.
Yeah. His name is Otule? This says Lotule.
That's what I said.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, Latule.
Okay. Let's see. What did they say the Falcons are looking at? Let's see.
Latule.
Who are the Falcons looking at? Dallas Cowboys are looking at defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson out of Missouri. The Atlanta Falcons are looking at defensive end Rajon Werner out of Florida State.
They're looking at it, better get is the question.
Yeah. So, the draft is coming, y'all. The draft is coming, y'all. The draft is coming, y'all. We're going to be watching to see who Atlanta picks up, who Dallas picks up, who, all of our top teams. We want to know who everybody's going to pick up and who, because this tells you right here the teams that are going to be based on who they get. You know what I'm saying? Because it lets you know what direction they're working in. Because if you're getting defense, that means you're focusing on you're going to be hurting some folk.
And guys, check it out. Don't forget that, like I said, Atlanta has 11 picks in the draft. So make sure that you let us know what they can do. Matter of fact, yeah, you guys have to let us know what they will do, whom they will get.
You know what they say now. If you're scared, just say you're scared now.
They got a lot of picks.
Holla at a sister and a brother.
They got 4 picks in the 7th round. They got even if these guys these guys they can come out and they can do work. You never know who you're gonna get, when they'll come in, and what they can do. Look at Robert McClain and Stephen Nicholas. Ever heard of them before? They started doing work for Atlanta. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
See.
But folks, let us know. SIBN Radio, SIBN Sports fan page, or Twitter.com, Futuresports_44.
All right, now y'all know when we talk about the NBA,
it's go time.
Hey,
you guys know what?
NBA is going in right now.
Speaking of which, guys, don't forget the playoffs do begin this Saturday.
And we will be watching. Check this out. I want to talk real quickly about the beautiful
Lakers.
LeBron James' fiance, Savannah Brinson. She's so pretty. She's very pretty.
She's an attractive woman.
She's very pretty. And they have been dating since high school, so they're high school sweethearts. Well, the reason I love this story so much is because when they get in those positions to be LeBron James, and then they have all the groupies and the women out there, he is one that has stayed true to his family and to his fiance and the 2 children. They will be getting married this summer. She's finally coming from behind the scenes.
Thank the Lord.
She's wanting to raise some money to help children that are in need. So she's stepping out from behind the scenes. LeBron told her, you can come out as much as you want to. You can do whatever you want to. She's now in Miami. She's wanting to do some things in Miami, and also from her home in Akron. She's also wanting to do some things there. So we'll be hearing some more from Savannah. And she's going to be Savannah James when they get married this summer. So we'll be watching for the wedding. I'm so excited.
It's about freaking time.
For LeBron James and his beautiful bride-to-be. That should be an awesome thing. Yeah, give it up for LeBron. Can you say LeBron? So, listen, Anthony cools off, but the Knicks clinched the 2nd seed. What do you think about that?
Oh, of course. There's no doubt that they would drop that they would drop or even get first place.
Yeah.
You guys saw what happened. They were almost 11.5 games behind Miami. There was no chance that they had of getting first, but they got second, so that's good.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing Boston, guys, like we said earlier. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere to watch. There's a lot, like we said, that's been going on between the cities the past year here. So, you got to keep on the lookout for that. I'm going to tell you, I'm rooting for the
Knicks, man. I'm truly rooting for the Knicks, I'm telling you. Okay, so I wanted to post this question, and now I'm mad at myself that I didn't, because I wanted to hear what people were thinking about the question.
You want to ask me what I thought about it too?
I want to hear what you think about it as well. Will Kobe return?
Oh, for next season? Well,
will Kobe return? Now, I don't know if you saw him when he got injured. It was like, what just happened? Like, it didn't look like he was really doing anything for the injury to happen. Meaning he took a turn kind of a little bit and he was dribbling the ball and then bam, he was on the floor. His bones are getting old. You know what I'm saying?
17 years.
So, nothing against Kobe. He's played for 17 years. He's played very well. He's a great player. I know that he would like to do some more damage to LeBron James because he knows LeBron James is coming up on him real strong with the numbers and everything.
And we've
in history.
still never seen LeBron and Kobe face off in the finals.
Yeah.
Still have not seen that to this very
And we're
day.
not going to see it because I don't see, there's not a lot of hope here for Kobe returning. But I will say this, Meta World Peace and Dwight Howard have both come out to say, we're going to step it up. We're going to do what we have to do to make this happen in the absence of Kobe Bryant. So what do you think about that?
The Mamba. Well,
Meta World Peace.
It's like they said. Well, and
where did he get that name from?
He came back 12 days after surgery. If you don't know, and he's actually been doing. He hasn't been doing a fantastic job, but he's doing good enough to where his presence is finally known. It's not like he's just on this team just because.
No,
he's doing something.
No, Meta Peace. You talking about Meta Peace?
The one Ron Artest. That's what I'm talking about. Ron Artest might be back,
That's his
folks.
old name.
I like Ron Artest a lot better.
You don't like Meta World Peace?
I won't say that on air.
Well, you know why he changed his name. He was the bad boy of basketball. You don't want to be associated with that person anymore.
Oh, nonsense.
Running up in the stands and stuff, acting a fool with the fans.
The only person that has an excuse, that had an excuse to change their name was the
me
great Lord Be Free.
And he called himself
World
May the
Be
world
Free.
be at peace with me.
So Meta World Peace, Dwight Howard, they're both stepping up their game. Do you think it's going to be enough for the Lakers to win get past the first round?
I guess the San Antonio Spurs, God have mercy on their soul. Well, actually, here's the thing. You know, Tony Parker, he's limping. Manu, God only knows when he'll come back.
Right.
The thing is, the Spurs have an old unit. They have the same unit. They've had the same core for almost a decade, and it's really tough for them if anybody understands or doesn't understand. When you change a piece of your core once or twice within a decade's period, you know, who knows? I mean, the Hawks tried doing that for a very long time until they realized we got to let some people go.
Right.
For the rest of the team to get better.
Right.
But for them to go against the Spurs, if they play a faster game, if they stay tight with their defense and not allow the bank to be open,
they got to have tight defense. You're gonna play the Spurs. I'm telling you right now.
They can possibly win in 7 games.
Let's talk about all the injuries right now. You got Derrick Rose for Chicago Bulls still out. You got Rondo of the Celtics still out. You got Andrew Bynum, the 76ers still out. You got Stoudemire for the Knicks. He's out. You got Danny Granger for the Indiana Pacers. He's still out. And now you got Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. How much are these injuries going to affect the playoffs this year?
Well, this is how I say, is that for Andrew Bynum, I don't know what to tell him because there's really kind of no excuse. The man went bowling, hurt his other knee, which actually turned out to be fine. But you know, the knee that needs, you know, fixing, that's all on him. It'll be a little small timetable before he finally gets back for next season. As for Derrick Rose, there was also a chance that, you know, he could have come back after the All-Star break, but he's telling everyone he doesn't want to come back until he's 110%. And I mean, it's not his fault because you don't want to, and I said this last week in my cast. We talked about this. You don't want to hurt yourself in the short term so that in the long term you have nothing to look forward to. That you don't want to hurt yourself to where you can't come back to the game and play at the 110% level that you want to
play.
So
we're going to talk about that a little bit more. We're going to take a quick break because I have my thoughts on that too as well. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. We're going to go back into the NBA and then we're going to close it out for the day, y'all. Thank you for joining us here on SIBN Sports. This is your girl Clara V along with co-host none other than Matthew Buggs. We'll be right back.
American Family Insurance. Trey Matthews, one of the top safeties in his class, defined his playing style early on.
I started playing football when I was around 9.
They were doing head-on tackling drills. He was getting ready to hit a guy, and it was like, no, we're not going to let him go against him because he played last year. I was like, no, let him hit it.
Trey didn't know, well, what am I supposed to do? He's much bigger than I am. My husband said, just go at him and go full speed. And he just did it like he had been doing it since he was, younger than 8 or 9.
He's never missed a practice, been late for one. He's a dedicated football player, 12 months out of the year.
Trey's family is very close, and it's helped keep Trey on the path to his dreams.
The closest of our family is phenomenal.
When I step out of line, my mom is the first one on me.
I know I push him a whole lot more than what some of the other boys' parents do, but that, of course, will help him in the end.
Trey's dream is to be a professional football player. We work out together almost every night.
My dad taught me my work ethic. He taught me everything I know.
People talk about a plan B. We don't have a plan B. You put all that you have into your plan A. And if your plan A fails, then we'll work on another plan A.
The NFL is a big dream, and Trey has a plan and the support to protect it.
The best way to protect my dream is to stay focused, keep my body healthy, and hit the books hard.
When Trey starts to talking about what he wants to pursue, I just get behind him 100%. We have a motto that we live by that's put God first, go hard, and have fun. That's in life, in the classroom, and everything that you do.
You do a lot of thinking on a bike about your life, family, your dreams. One of my dreams came to me on a bike, to open up my own shop. So what happens when you complete a dream? Well, you just start thinking of the next.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
This is SIBN Radio, SIBN Sports. We are back, and we were talking about these injuries and stuff, And, in life, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have things that happen. But the quicker you get back to action and get to moving and doing what you need to do, then I think it's better for you than you just sitting around and not doing anything unless you have no intentions. No real intentions of doing it. You got me?
Correct.
So when you get injured like that, we've seen too many people. Adrian Peterson, number one, had that injury and came back after 10 months and ran the best he has ever run in his career. So nothing against Rose. I understand everybody's injuries are different. But at some point, you have to make a decision. Am I going to play or am I not going to play? Mm-hmm. Determination rules out everything else.
Right.
But if you don't have that determination and drive anymore, then it's easy for you to sit on the sideline and say, it's not time yet.
Michael Jordan did it.
Yeah.
After coming back from a broken foot.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan played with the flu. He played sick as a dog. He played, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to knock anybody that, feels that they need this time. But what I'm saying, at some point, a decision needs to be made. Do you not agree with that?
It's time, guys.
And don't you run the risk of damaging and hurting your team at this point by you not being there, and I don't think it's fair to the team for him not to be there. Now, listen, in the rematch, the Heat's against the Bulls, the Bulls are on their win streak and they played the Bulls. The Heat were on their win streak and played the Bulls and the Bulls beat them. Mm-hmm. Well, the Heat beat the Bulls 105-93. They just wanted to let them know, listen, just because you beat us in that game and stopped our win streak, don't get it twisted. We still number one. I'm sorry. I got a little bit excited. See what I'm saying? And the point of it all is.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? And the point of it all is this. And And the point of it all.
Oh, my.
The Heat is still number one. That's what I say.
But the Hawks will get number one when they get that ring.
Let me tell you what I love about you, Matthew.
I love being optimistic about my team, my city's team.
Yes, you said it. You already knew what I was getting ready to say.
However, here's the real deal, folks.
Talk about it.
It's really tough when you look at the East and the West. If the Thunder beat the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, they have to do a couple of things if they want to beat the Heat. Or possibly if the Heat, drop it and, drop it to the Knicks. But they have to do a couple things if they face the Heat in the finals again. The Thunder cannot be a team to play from behind. If they get a lead, they have to keep it. Most importantly, their transition defense has to be sharp. It has to. It's good, but it has to be on point, guys.
Yes.
That's the thing about it. But as the playoffs start this weekend,
right?
Even though it'll be a while before the first round's over, I say this. I got the Thunder coming out the West, and I got the Heat coming out the East. But I would like the Knicks to come out of the East to face the Thunders in the West. To face the Thunder in the West. Correction.
Right.
So, with that being said, guys,
the first round is going to be just amazing.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? I mean, it's just going to tell everything about the teams that are in it to win it. And so watching it is just going to be so amazing. I'm so excited. Let's talk about the scoring averages and the leaders in the scoring.
And the scoring
Anthony,
title.
Number one right now.
Yep, Carmelo Anthony's going to get it, guys.
Durant, Bryant, James, Harden, and Westbrook. So Bryant, it's funny, dropped down because, you know what I'm saying, he got injured.
Yeah.
But he ended up in third place still.
And check it out, guys.
What did that tell you?
It's going to go to Carmelo. He is leading it right now. And congratulations to that young man. He's going to get a scoring title. Kevin Durant's had it for, the past 4 seasons? So it's all good, guys. It's finally time for those reigns to be handed down. Carmelo, after this past summer with the Olympic team, he has exploded offensively.
Right.
And so it's his time to shine.
I agree.
Defensive player of the year, guys. Who do you think is a great defensive player? Stand out. Tell us at SIBN Sports fan page.
The block shots per game is Ibaka.
He could get it.
He's number one.
He could get it.
He's number one right now. Steals per game is Paul.
Watch out now.
Yeah. And free throw percentages per game, none other than your boy Durant.
Who do you guys think can get 6 man? Did I say 6 man already? Yes, I did. 6 man of the year, guys. 6 man of the year.
Who is it going to be? We're going to be watching.
Well,
and we hope you're going to be watching with us.
We'll just have to see.
We'll just have to see. In the words of Clara V. Now, listen, y'all. The standings in the Eastern Conference are Miami, New York, Indiana, Brooklyn, Chicago, Atlanta, Boston, and Milwaukee. The Western Conference, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Spurs, Denver, LA Clippers, Memphis, Golden State, Houston, and the LA Lakers. Now, do you have the playoff situation as far as who's playing first and things like that?
Well, check it out right here.
Let's talk about it.
As far as things go, the Lakers have now, after beating the Houston Rockets last night, they move up to 7th place.
Yeah.
So, LA's chance, they've got to beat the Spurs unit like we were saying earlier. Now, Oklahoma City will be playing.
That's a serious wrap up.
Yeah, well, Oklahoma City will be playing the Houston Rockets. James Harden going up against his old team. This ought to be a pretty interesting playoff series.
I can't
just to
wait.
See the atmosphere and the energy that's coming off.
It's going to be huge energy and atmosphere.
Houston has had a little bit of a problem on defense lately.
Yeah.
Harden's had a little bit of trouble scoring the ball.
It's in the fact that Houston is going to give them any run. I'm just saying it's going to be good to watch them play against each other's rivals, you know.
It'll be pretty cool, like an old schoolyard.
Hey, y'all, we can't wait till next week. So, because he wrap it up one more time. And this producer over here about to get on my nerves, telling me to wrap it up. I know what time it is. So, y'all, we're going to be watching next week. We're going to be watching the Braves. We're going to be watching what happens in the draft for football. We're going to also be watching what happens with the playoffs starting for the NBA.
Saturday.
So you guys keep your eyes and ears tuned in to SIBN Radio. You can find us on SIBN Sports.fan page on Facebook. Now, holla back.
For Clara
This
Select.
is your girl, Clara V, on SIBN Sports.
And Matthew Bugs keeping you on top of your teams and news, stats, and wins. This is SIBN Sports.
on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.